Hi everyone, welcome to this video. This is Richie the Blind Hedgehog. Good evening. Well, this is just what I received in the mail this morning. I don't really know how many inch this guy is, my large Neca Pennywise. Yeah, I'm actually quite excited. I received this guy because I saw him last month and I was about to take him with me, but I just couldn't for some reason. It was too hard for me to do it. And, I just had a very bad feeling about this, so I left him there, even though I really wanted to take him with me. So I ordered him with my Christmas money, and also that was kind of hard because this guy is quite expensive. And actually, I'm super excited he's here right now. It's not exactly the same feeling as I had in the store, but at least I knew one thing, that I really wanted to collect this Pennywise, so I'm quite excited he's here. Well, here I have Moya, he sleeps in there. There's little Joker I just took upstairs, so never mind those. I've been collecting the smaller Neca Pennywises as well. I still have them packaged. I collected because I hope they can exchange accessories, and I think they personalize Pennywise very well. And by that time, those figures were like the only ones available of him in such a detailed, nice way with so much accessories. And I think I collected 4 of those in total. So, well, when this came out, I really wanted to pose him with my other figures there. That's the main reason why I got this guy. Just that the price range is a bit different, so I hope he will fit in, because this larger figure of Pennywise is probably one of the largest that I possibly can collect, considering what I can afford, so I'm really glad he's here. I'm just gonna show you the box. I just really love the eyes. I'm obviously just pictures from the figure, but this is like the very happy smile that he has when he met Georgie, except from that he had blue eyes in that scene, but he's just so sweet. Also, he has like this strabism effect in his eyes. I recognize the same on me because I have the same problem. Also here with the balloon. This is really nice. I really like those pictures of Pennywise. I'll probably pack him out. This is why I make this video. Also here the nice artwork on the box. This is just a figure. It's amazing. And there you have the usual explanation. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning again. There you go, this long balloon. I was hoping he had a balloon, because this is something this figure must have. And here it is. The balloon is in the box, so he has one. Also, you have the balloon and the nice artwork on the box. I don't really know what the bottom of the box says. Maybe just Neca or something. Not much. But this guy is really heavy. I don't really know why he is so heavy. I have to take out the figure and see what makes this box so super heavy. But yeah, so I'll just pack him out and show you. And just to show you the figure out of its shield packaging, here it is. So it's not cut out yet. He has a few attachments which are situated around his wrists, here and here. There's one around the waist, and also here around the ankles, or here somewhere. So that's what you can expect. And actually, what I feel when I touch his figure is that he is, well, made out of some kind of a plastic material. I don't really think this is another material, it's just plastic. It's just that he's covered with those flexible, bendable sheets of plastic, like his little collar here. And what also is kind of catchy is this smell that you have when you actually pack him out. He smells like totally new, and he smells really good. He kind of smells like the plastic toys that I had when I was younger in the 90s. So I don't really know. I don't think this is rubber. I'm pretty sure this is just plastic. So I'm going to cut out all the attachments. There you go. I just removed Pennywise from his plastic mold. Just a little notification in case it's hard to see. The balloon is attached with this tiny wire, so just cut that over before removing the balloon. The balloon is kind of hard. So of course if you slash it or slam it with a hammer, it will break, or if you stand on it, but if you just squeeze it like this, it won't really do any harm. The attachments of this figure are situated actually around the head, the arms here, the waist and the ankles. It's kind of logic, but I'm just telling you, if you buy this figure, you'll also pay the packaging, so the packaging is actually pretty well thought. The figure is well packaged, and so it takes some time to take it out, so ask an adult to do it, or just take your time, because Pennywise is pretty well attached with lots of tiny wiry seat belts, as you can see, and you have to just, yes, detach them very carefully to make sure that your clown doesn't get damaged. Now I'm just gonna remove the balloon from its packaging as well. And here's our Prince Charming. Isn't he just lovely? This is a pretty heavy figure. That explains why the box was so heavy, because this is really a heavy figure. I have no idea how it's composed from inside out, but apparently they use some quite heavy materials, so I don't really know if there's any metal on him or stuff. The outside is rather like plastic. It's a gorgeous figure. Actually, when you have a look at how he looks, his face for example, the molding and the painting is absolutely well done. So there's nothing to complain about that. It's just that I have to balance him correctly so that he can fall into my hand. Here's the back. His funny little haircut. It's like he's wearing a turban. And here his little, well, as you can see here, the sheets of his costume are quite flexible and silver-like. And the molds are really well made. The hands, his long fingers, and here too. Apparently they have like an equal pose. I like the pose of the hands. It's really well made. And here, yeah, sorry, I'm actually pushing my cat here. There you go. And here the feet. As you can see, the sleeves. And here I'm gonna call them just his trousers or his pants. The molding is amazing, and the details on them is really awesome. Here you can see the little part of the inside, and also the shoes. So I'm gonna turn him around. There's a little articulation. There as well. He has his little pom-poms. I know it's pretty dark, it's pretty hard to see. His shoes are very well made. But indeed, if you look like a very nice, well-made, detailed figure and large figure of Pennywise, this one is definitely one for you. So this guy doesn't come with the different heads, like the mad head, the cute head, the smiley head. Oh, I wish he had an adorable smile, like, whoa. He has a cute smile, but here's small, his mouth is rather small. He has a tiny little mouth. Just strong buck teeth. But it would be so cute if his smile could actually reach his cheeks, you know. He has his piercing yellow eyes with the black surroundings, and also here the little carves on his forehead. His ears. Yeah, he's just a handsome boy. In fact, he's a girl. For the ones who read the book, Pennywise is actually female. Here you can see his pom-poms, which is also really well made, and they're pretty well attached. So of course, if you tend to play with them, after a while they can detach, but in general they're really well attached. So of course, if you abuse this figure, anything can happen. But if you just keep it for display or in its box, or nothing wrong with them. It's just they're very well attached. Here you have the sleeves. Also the details here on the shoulder parts, really silver-like, really well made, and also here the stitching work here on the back, this little edge of his costume, and the layers of his collar. Absolutely gorgeous. And also here his striped sleeves kind of reminds me of Kylo Ren's costume. It's not really striped, but you have like this stripely like pattern on it. The hands move pretty well. You say hi, Penny. Hi, Penny. Yes. And the hands can move up. I don't really know if they can rotate, but that's a little something on this figure. This figure is super heavy, and it has like really slim feet. So this figure might not be very stable. Also, the articulations are kind of stiff because when he moves his arms up or down, he just strikes against his costume or the parts of his costume, which makes his articulations pretty stiff and hard to move. But it also means that if you display him in a certain pose, he will hold that pose. That's the advantage, of course. There's not quite much articulation in the head because he has like a little blockage because of the collar. So you can actually turn his head. If I can hold him like this, you can make him turn his head a bit sidewards. Apparently you can also, I saw someone who managed to make the head rotate, which was kind of freaky. That's also possible apparently. And actually I wish I could have mine standing just to show you the way the hands can move, so you can actually indeed make the hands rotate. They have an elbow articulation. You can make the hand go like this. It's just that it can't move like this. So you can just turn the limb, but you cannot bend the limb. For that you have a shoulder articulation to move the hand upwards or the arm. Just that. So apparently there's no complete elbow articulation. Let's see. And the waist. What about the waist? It's just that I don't really know how the legs are assembled. There's not much articulation in the waist. Hold on a second, I will try this out first. Okay, now let's continue the video here because I've been trying to manage to have Pennywise standing, which wasn't easy in the first way. I thought he actually couldn't stand, but apparently he can. But because of his heavy waist and the heavy insides and his tiny feet, it's sometimes a bit difficult to have him stand. I actually ended up bending his feet a bit, as you can see. There's a little articulation there, so you can actually bend his feet. I suggest do it all very carefully, just to make sure to not break your figure. It's possible that this figure cracks a bit when you bend its legs, and that doesn't mean the figure is broken. I know it's kind of a creepy sound, but I saw somebody else have that same problem, but it's not really because the figure is broken. So it's just that it has, I know, sorry for the shadows, if I can actually show you here. It has like a few elements here, but the articulation is still very limited. It's just that it's a bit possible to bend the leg. Just that for now, the articulations on mine are pretty stiff, and I don't feel like trying everything out, just make sure not to break my figure. Because actually how I have him standing, and I'm actually checking out if his feet, that's my cell phone, never mind, are on the ground. So indeed, they are stable, and when I actually touch Pennywise right now, he's pretty stable. So of course, if you make him wobbly wobbly, he will fall, but never mind for now. I have the Mesco Pennywise right there. Well, I can compare them if you want. I just can put them next to each other. Now, of course, this guy has like, well, he has a bit that says, "Feed me, please." So this guy's a bit larger. This is a bit of a cutie one. He looks a bit like a child Pennywise, and this guy has the possibility actually to turn the feet sidewards, which you do not have here, I think. The articulations of this figure, it's like a bit of an issue because it's not the best figure to articulate. You have more possibilities with this guy when it comes on articulation, and the articulations are even easier to move. Here they are blocked because of the realism of the figure. Oh, let's have a look. So I still have to try out a few things. Maybe bend his knees. The articulation in the waist is also pretty limited. So don't get this figure to pose him in all kinds of positions. Because I don't think you have all the possibilities with this figure. I'm just gonna try out some more positions and see what I can tell you more about him. So there you go. Here I have the hand and the balloon. I've been having a hard time putting them on Pennywise. That's actually why I make this little part. Look at how my wire looks now. I had to cut a little part of the white coating, because it is an iron and metal wire with this kind of white coating, and I think this is badly made. In fact, his hand cannot shove up, because when Pennywise holds his balloon goes like this. So that you don't really have the floating effect. I have to if I want that effect, I have to shove up the hand, comes like this, for example. But when you shove up the hand, you actually shove away this little white coating. So let me know if you have this issue, because I think it's too bad. Look at my figure. Look how messed up it is. It's brand new, and the wire is completely naked. Maybe I can just assemble something myself to hide this. But it's just that it's really hard to shove up the hand, because when you see, you have another little plastic coating here, but you have this white coating just folding up together here, right under the thumb and the index finger. So I don't really know what's the deal on this. I would like to pose the clown with his balloon, of course, but I'm really having a bad time doing this. So I definitely think that is an issue. So I'll just continue working on it, and hopefully we'll have him soon with his balloon. Oh, there you go. There you have Pennywise with his balloon. Still, it's actually very disappointing. I'm glad he eventually can stand up. Now, of course, this guy, this Mesco one, doesn't come with a balloon or a boat or something. He doesn't have any accessories. Just gonna put him aside with the fishies. But if you want a large, realistic figure of Pennywise, this is the one you actually need. Even though, when it comes on the balloon, really, I don't really know if other people have this issue, but I think this is just awful. Look at how my balloon ended up. Look at this white coating all messed up under his hand. Look at my naked wire, which just comes off here. I don't really know what I did wrong. Maybe eventually you'll have a way to have him pose with his balloon. I wouldn't really cut off a piece of the wire just because it doesn't stand up well, because this piece might help you to stabilize the balloon. But it's just really disappointing, actually. Also because this figure needs this white rope on the balloon, and here you have like this naked wire. This figure is way too expensive to have these issues. And I think they should have thought of this. I don't really know what the problem is with the balloon. Now you have this little note that says, pose balloon string as shown. And that's actually exactly what I did before putting the balloon on him. And that's just awful that it turned out, because indeed you have to make sure that his hand holds like this, so that it is indeed his left hand. But the problem is, as soon as you shove up his hand up the string, they have like this problem. I have been trying to shove it correctly, but it didn't really work out, so it's a bit disappointing. And well, it's not that the figure is damaged, but to me it's almost like it was damaged. So there you go. And then I still don't really manage to have him hold the balloon correctly, so I'll still work on this. The good news is apparently I do have a bit of an elbow articulation here, so if you bend the arm, just bend it carefully, but he's able to bend his arms as well. I don't really know if he does the same with the knees. So I'll just work on this and see what I can do. There you go, now you have Pennywise posing with the other figures. I expected him to be a bit smaller because he was described as being 45 centimeters. I don't really exactly know how many inches that is. Maybe 16 or 18 inch. I still have to check my phone, see what I can, if I can calculate this. But he's actually the same size as my Vader. These are my Czech-specific figures, and apparently Pennywise fits right in with all the other weirdos. It looks nice. I'm really a bit sad because of the balloon. I don't really know what happened there. The trick is actually to make the rope also sustain the balloon, just like here, and hopefully won't have much of a problem. So mind that issue. You don't really have the floating effect, but I think the balloon is really part of this, so I really want him to hold the balloon. And just remember, this figure is awesome to look at. You have knee articulation, elbow articulation, shoulder articulation, a limited waist and head articulation, though the head rotates well. So you have a bit of possibilities with it. It's a heavy figure, and just mind the issue with the balloon. That is actually the main things that I can say. I have all the Star Wars figures like Ezra, Kylo. Yeah, Pennywise is a bit weird in between all the others. But he's absolutely gorgeous. If you are a Pennywise lover, I can really recommend this figure. I think it's too bad of the balloon, but his hand is really nice looking, just like in the movie actually. I just pulled back his other hand. Apparently he stands pretty straight. So he can indeed stand up well, and in a pretty stable way. So that's actually what I wanted to do with my figure. I'm just gonna keep the box aside, and I think this is all I had to say about him. I'm still thinking about something that I can say. So if I really recommend this figure, but because of the issue with the balloon, I will give it 4 or 3 stars on 5. Because, yeah, I don't really know why just like this. I think I had really issues with shoving up the hand, and, yeah, something went wrong there. I don't really know what. It's just that if you want to pose him with this floating balloon, I hope this video gives you a nice idea about what you can expect this figure to do with the balloon, because it's really hard to obtain this this floating effect, since the wire will just bend or the balloon will just balance in one way, and like this actually mess up the effect. So just mind this, because this is what I wanted to do, and apparently it's not exactly possible, just maybe because of the simple fact of gravity. So it's kind of stupid, I know. So I just make the balloon lean here, like this. Pennywise can still hold it pretty well next to his head, but as you can see, it might just go bending a bit like this, so you have this problem. Where's the wire? There it is. So as you can see, I can just replace the balloon by placing back the wire. There you go. Also, the coloring on these figures is really awesome. This is my first NECA figure I ever unboxed. And I really like it. It is complete, it is nice. It is not small, it is pretty heavy. That might explain actually why this figure is so expensive, because when it comes on, how it looks and how it's finished, it is really well made. So there you go. I think I said everything about this figure that was necessary. If you have some more questions, just leave something in the comments below, and I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my, my audience here. Just a little thing before ending. I just worked out a bit on the balloon here, And I think I see now, yeah, I have a serious visual disability, so never mind. But I think I see now what this paper is trying to tell us. I think you should place wire behind this little pinky there. And I've been trying that. And like this, you have more like of a floating effect. So I don't really know why my white coating ended so messed up. But at least if you just place the wire right behind Pennywise's pinky, you'll have, yeah, more like that he holds the balloon like this, with his two figures like straight up in the air, but you also have the balloon standing really well straight, and this is much more of a floating effect. So if you have his arm bent like this, the balloon is still a bit like, because it's attached on one side, but it is good like this. So just to show, it's really creepy how the balloon just comes forward, but it's really nice. Pennywise fits in well with all the Star Wars characters. And as you can see, it's like the same size as my Jack-specific Darth Vader. So, there you go. The last notification. So, yeah, of course, if you look for a smaller figure of Pennywise, it's rather cute with soft fabric clothes and nice articulations. The Mesco one is also a nice alternative, but there are a few differences between those figures. So I hope you can make your choice easy enough. There you go.